You've seen them in the sky. You've heard them coming from miles away, and they can land practically anywhere.
And today we're going to see what it takes to fly one.
Meet Shelley, an emergency helicopter pilot. She has flown all over the globe, from Alaska to Antarctica. While piloting a helicopter is a lot of fun, it also comes with a lot of responsibility.
Hi, Shelley.
Hi, Jen.
That is a pretty cool ride back there.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Awesome. So you're a helicopter pilot
That's
for
correct.
Mercy Flight Central. What is that?
So Mercy Flight Central is an awesome company. What we do is we provide help in the form of an air ambulance for people that really need help badly to get them quickly to the hospital.
So how are you different than an ambulance?
So we're different than an ambulance because we don't have to stick to the roads. We can fly direct, which is a lot faster than an ambulance can go, and in places that ambulances cannot go. And we also have highly trained and skilled personnel in the back with lots of equipment that ambulances don't have.
Cool.
Here's how it works. The operator at Mercy Flight Central gets a call from 911 and then announces the mission for all to hear.
On scene launch, Canandaigua, Ontario County, run number 1950, no prior turn downs.
Shelley has to check the weather, if it's safe to fly, and alerts her crew.
Weather's good, let's go!
Everyone drops what they're doing and springs into action. The helicopter, equipment, and gear are always ready to go, so that the crew can be in the air within minutes, on their way to save lives.
Why did you want to become a helicopter pilot?
I was originally inspired by my grandfather when I was 16. He was very much into aviation. 3 years later, I got to fly in an airplane, and I was pretty let down. It was like driving a bus.
It was boring?
Yeah, it was like driving a bus in the sky, and I kind of didn't know what to do with myself. But then about 6 months later, I got a ride in a helicopter. I went heli skiing one day.
Cool.
Yeah, and that was, you know, they say you're bitten by the aviation bug. Well, that bug bit me that day. We went straight up 20 feet in the air, and that was it.
Wow.
By 2004, I had enrolled myself in helicopter school out in Hawaii.
What other kind of helicopter pilots are there?
There's a number of things that you can do in the industry. Anything from working for the police service. You could work for the forestry service, putting out forest fires. Power companies employ a lot of helicopter pilots. There's also military pilots, transport, just moving people.
So private transport.
Yes,
for
private
helicopters.
transport, yep. So there's a lot you can do.
What skills do you need to be a helicopter pilot?
Some basic math skills. You have to be able to calculate things like fuel endurance, fuel burn, how far we're going to make it. There's weight and balance issues, just like you could balance something in the palm of your hand. The helicopter balances from the rotor system, so it's important to know that the aircraft is properly balanced. So sometimes we have to move some cargo around to make it balanced in center. So it's called the center of gravity. You need some critical thinking for sure, and the ability to know what it takes to achieve a goal.
And it sounds like you're quite the leader. You're communicating with me what you're doing, and
Yes,
you have to tell your crew what to do.
You are
Yeah.
the one responsible, and you are also the authority in the aircraft, so you have to be willing to take control in that situation.
You're the boss.
I'm the boss.
Can we take a look inside?
Sure, let's go. We've got an altimeter, we've got a vertical speed indicator. This is our artificial horizon airspeed. This is our power instrument, and then we've got a bunch of radios. This is an alarm system. There's 2 GPSs for redundancy also, just like we have 2 engines, 2 sets of instruments. We also
Wow, there is a lot of information that's being displayed here. And helicopter pilots like Shelley know what to do with all of it.
You want to see them lit up?
Yes.
Awesome.
Awesome. Can I touch something?
Yeah, sure. This is a fire detector test, so push the switch up.
Oh, not that one. Oh.
Just kidding.
I'm going to touch it now.
Yeah. Up. See the
Okay.
light?
Oh, it just lit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then down.
Okay.
How about this one right here? Push
Okay.
that one. It lights up all the lights. I have to know what to do when every single one of those lights come on.
What are your main controls? How do you fly this thing?
So we've got a couple main controls. The throttles are one.
Okay.
So these throttles go all the way forward. Why don't you grab this one, and
Okay.
I'll grab this one, and
Yeah.
I'll push the buttons, and I'll push it all the way forward. That's what makes the engines go. So we always fly with them all the way forward to that sign that says fly.
Fly. Okay.
This is the cyclic, and this is the collective. So you pull up on the lever, You go up, you push down on the lever, you go down. Okay. The last part are the pedals. You've got one pedal for each foot. This controls the tail rotor pitch. So it makes you go left and right. It's called the yaw axis. And so if you push on the left pedal, you go left. You push on the right pedal, the nose goes right.
Like the rudder on a boat.
Similar, yeah.
Similar, yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So it's not just you flying in this thing, you have a crew.
We usually fly with a nurse and a paramedic, and they provide the medical attention to the patients we pick up.
Oh, can I meet them right now?
Yeah, they're ready. Why don't you go meet them now?
Meet Joe and Allie, the experts trained to handle virtually any medical emergency they fly into.
Hey, crew.
Hi, Jen. Welcome. My name's Allie, and I'm a flight paramedic.
And I'm Joe. I'm a flight nurse.
Nurse paramedic? What's the difference?
Well, as a paramedic, we primarily work with the ambulances.
And a nurse, we usually work in hospitals.
So as part of your job on the crew, what do you guys have to do?
Well, a lot of it involves monitoring the patient, getting them from a scene where they might have been in an accident and helping them through that.
And many patients require medication, so we have a whole bunch of different medications that we can give them to help them breathe easier, to help treat their pain, or if their heart isn't working right, we can give them medicines to help fix their heart.
So Shelly flies you guys into a scene. You guys land, doors open. What happens next?
Well, we'll get out of the helicopter and we'll meet the crew that's on the ground and we'll pick up our patient.
When we get there, we're going to assess the patient to see what needs that they might need. So if they're bleeding, we'll help stop their bleeding. If they're not breathing well, we could help them breathe easier. We'll do some initial stabilization with the medicine and all the equipment that we have. Then we're going to get them into the helicopter so we can get them to the hospital really fast.
What's the main difference between working in a helicopter and working in an ambulance?
As soon as you can see, the space that we work in is much smaller than a traditional ambulance. But the good part is we're able to get to the hospital in about a third of the time. So if it would take an ambulance about a half hour to get to a hospital, we can get there in about 10 minutes.
What advice would you give to kids that might want to end up in this career?
So I would probably say a good thing is to have a good science background. So biology, chemistry are two of the things that we actually rely quite a bit on. And then the other thing is probably math as well, because those are the foundations of all of our sciences.
Math and science.
Math and science.
Thank you so much for showing me all of this. I'm gonna let you guys reset so you're ready for your next flight.
Thanks, Jen.
And enjoy your flight.
What?
Quick thinking, strong math skills, and a flair for adventure. Those are the skills that it takes to be a helicopter pilot. I'll see you next time.
Amazing. It is. I can see why you would want this to be your everyday. Yes.
There really is nothing like flying in a helicopter. The speed, maneuverability, and when you're in a situation where you need serious medical attention, this is the best crew to have helping you.
Nice and there across the way.
Want more I Can Be What? Like and share our videos, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.